No, actually, I've been doing the BWB Asia since its inception. So I think this is our 6th or 7th one. So yeah, I've been to Asia a lot actually.
So this is your 6th or 7th?
Six or seven, however many years we've been doing it since we skipped the year last year. So I think as far as this group of kids, like where they started yesterday to today, I think there's been some improvement, but you know, we've been here for a short time. It's going to take another few days, and then the long term is not what they do in these 4 days. It's what they learn and then take away. And I think as far as like comparison to other years, it's difficult, but I think it's as good. Maybe some guys like it better. I think as a whole, I think the baseline's pretty high. Boy, that's a difficult question. I don't know if there's a most common mistake. I think I always try to look at the positive anyways. But you know, I think it's just understanding, like I told some other reporters earlier today, like if we look at the world as a whole, Asia is sort of like in its infancy of world basketball, certainly compared to the U.S. and Europe. And so I don't know if it's that. It's just is that their progression onto the world stage is relatively young. Certainly with Yao and Mingtir and Yi and Ha and Yuta, it's helped push it forward. Well, it's good to know he does his homework. A couple of things that we talk about a lot are the proper basketball is all about angles. So the angle that you're coming to the goal, the proper spin, because you have to get the ball up there with some spin. So depending on what direction you're going and what hand you're using, to know how to do that properly. And that's a big part of it. Like in our league, the two best finishers in the league are Tony Parker and Steve Nash, and they get no baskets by dunking. And their percentages at the rim, year in and year out, are the best. So that's part of the technique, and understanding how to play with the ball above your shoulders. It's something that people don't learn early for a lot of reasons. Some of it's strength, some of it they play with the ball. So those are kind of like the main things that we start from scratch and work on. From years past, I don't recognize any of them.
I don't think he's got great.
I haven't kind of been involved because I've heard back to the coaching side. I haven't been involved in sort of the international scouting like I had in the past. I did recognize one when we were a Japanese player though when we went to where the tidal wave where the tsunami hit, that was at the store. So there are some recognizable faces, but not in the arena. Yeah, I'm sure, absolutely. I think it's going to happen. We've had very good Korean players in the past. We've had guys that played on the national team. I think is it Hassan Kim? Hassan, yeah, who's in camp. So it's going to happen. It's just going to be, going to have to clearly be good enough and big enough and have the right background. But yeah, it's going to happen. I mean, make Batir happen, E happen, and Ha happen, and Jeremy Lin, even though he's basically Asian American, but certainly I don't think there's any doubt that it's going to happen.